Annette, I am going to make these comments based on the images that you've uploaded to your website, since they weren't posted until Thursday morning. Generally speaking, I think that your project turned out very nicely. Um, I think that this idea of the wrapping bands was an excellent one and had the potential to produce amazing drawings. I do think that the images that the rendered images that you posted were very beautiful, particularly the interior ones. Um, the exterior one, perhaps if you had taken some views more at street level instead of like kind of almost like a bird's eye type of view, we would have gotten a better sense of the fabric panels and how they were supposed to work. I thought that the critics had some interesting observations, and they were talking about experimenting with different materials to form the wrapping and producing a number of models. It's interesting that the real focus of the conversation was the banding. That I don't know that they looked very closely at all at the floor plans, some of those things that we talked about at length. So that's very typical with a critique. You just don't know where it's going to head. I recall that someone mentioned, and I agree with this, that the drawing you have posted called Wall Section 2 should have been much bigger, at least double the scale that you had posted. That section really explains the whole building from a sort of conceptual, diagrammatic standpoint. Other comments, I think that, I know I recommended that you put shadow on the elevation surfaces, and it reads very well on the east and west sides of the building. But maybe for the side that's in complete shadow, you might have turned off the shadows for that one, or, tried to play around with the sun angles to get the, more contrast to appear on the surfaces. Going back to the perspective drawings, given that this is an art center, it would have been interesting to show some of the artwork hanging in the spaces. I know you can take image files and sort of mount them onto surfaces. That would have been interesting for us to see, and perhaps more people to give a sense how the space would feel when occupied. Otherwise, I think you did a really great job in putting this presentation together, and I think you have a very good conceptual mind, which makes it very useful for the study of architecture as you go on to your future years. Students who are able to work conceptually tend to do very well in architecture school. If there's anything that I can do to help you preparing your portfolio, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I hope you have a great break.